Hi everyone, I'm Dar with the Helia Technology Report. Today we're going to have a look at an Akuvox X916 intercom and how to add in a new resident or tenant for use with elevator control as well. So the Accuvox X91 intercom it gets placed at the front of a building so that visitors visiting the building can look up a resident in a residential building or a tenant in a commercial building, and then place a call to them, and then once the identity has been verified, the door can be released. Now, when we are integrating intercom through a building access system, there's some extra steps that need to be done in creating the entry within the intercom system. So that's what we're going to have a look at today. Now, these same instructions work exactly the same way on the Accuvox R29 intercom. So if you have an Accuvox R29, that's a terrific slimline mall intercom that we've got placed all over Western Canada here, and we really think it's got great value for the Canadian market. Okay, without further ado, let's jump in and have a look. Okay, this is an Accuvox X916. We're going to have a look at how to enter in a resident record with elevator control. So the first thing we want to do is go to a phone book here and phone book. And you'll notice a number of existing residents down here. So we are going to add a new resident. To do that, we scroll down to the bottom of the screen here, and you'll notice a section here that says Tenant Settings. So in this particular case, we've got a reference code for the resident. That's the way the building has asked for it to be done. So this is what shows up on the intercom. So in this case, we're going to type 00222, which was our resident name, and then last name we're going to put down as Joseph. So that's our resident entry. There's a phone number here. This is the phone number that visitors or the intercom will dial to access this particular resident. So I'm going to put in here, starting with a 1-403-555-1212, and I'm going to add that entry. So now I can search for the entry to double check it. So I'm going to go 00222 and search. And you notice the entry comes here. Now, for elevator control, I need to select this because this field's really important and it needs to match exactly in the elevator control section. So I've selected this. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go up to intercom and down to user. And you notice that I have a lot of users here already. We're going to add another user for this Joseph resident. I'm going to put the name in here. Now, this is the name that's really important. No space. So we're going to remove the space, and that becomes a name. And that needs to match what is in the user field, because that tells this resident or the intercom that this resident is going to be granted access. Now, the other things we need to do is we need to get an RFID from the building access system. Now, this is an ID that's going to be found in the building access system, and an array needs to be set up. So in this case, it's Keyscan Aurora, and we're not going to get into the Keyscan Aurora system, but the codes that are in use here always start with F. So they'll look like, sorry, not F, but 255, and then they will have a number. In this case, the number that's at the beginning of the name, so 00222. And so this would be the number that would appear in the Keyscan Aurora system. Now, there's a bit of conversion, and you don't have to do this. This is very rare that you'd ever have to do this, but this is more for documentation and support purposes for the future. This 222 number, we'll start with the 255. So we're going to go here in decimal and type 255, and you notice the hex here says FF. So we got to start off with a number there. And then we have to take the rest of this number here, and we do the same thing. So decimal
put that in, and you'll see the hex is DE. So it has to be 4 digits. So we're going to go 00 because it always has to be 4 digits, and then DE. So this is a different representation of this number. It's exactly the same, but this number here is what we need to use in the intercom. So I'm going to place that here and copy this. And again, you probably never ever have to do this, and this is more for reference than anything. So we're going to put that number there, and we're going to also put it here, and this is the number that's going to be transmitted to the Keyscan Aurora system, or really any access control system, whichever one you might be used, as a Wiegand code. And then in the building access system, you're going to need an entry like this that grants access to the elevator control. So we're going to go in here and now hit submit. And we're done. So I'm going to do a quick review here. We're going to go to the phone book again, down here, phone book, and we're going to look, oops. We're going to look at the phone book here, and we're going to search for 00222, find the Joseph entry. So when we're on the at the intercom, there'll be a list of residents, and the visitor can type in 0222 because the Joseph resident has said that when you get to my building, you can search for my last name, or you can search for 0222. And typically for deliveries, they would say type in 222 at the intercom. And so what will happen is when they when a visitor types that in at the intercom, it will then dial this number, and then the Joseph resident will answer the phone call. And for this particular building, you type 6 to release the door, and the door will be released, and then the intercom will look up the intercom code for this resident. And of course the intercom code that goes to the building access system to release the elevators is going to be the representation of this. So the Wiegand code for FF00DE would be 255-00222, which is the decimal equivalent. And so the elevator will be released for a period of time as defined by the building access system, and the visitor will be able to visit the suite of the resident.
Okay, so that was the Akuvox X916 and how you enter in a new entry, a new user or a listing in the intercom for to be displayed, but also for elevator control. You'll find more on our website, so check us out there. Our YouTube channel is youtube.com/Helia Canada, and please subscribe. All right, thanks for watching. See you again.